Colonization has enforced Western concepts of forest management in North America. For centuries, the main purpose of forestry was to create and maintain the flow of timber from forests. In recent decades, there has been a change in paradigm where traditional ways of thinking have become more integrated into forest management. Traditional forest-related knowledge is used by Aboriginal people and is a way of using and transmitting region-specific knowledge between generations. Aboriginal ways of being vary vastly across the country but share many similarities. Ontologies. Science does not recognize the verity of any truth outside its own self-imposed boundaries. The Western scientific ontologies are premised on observability and recordability of consistent results. The story that science tells itself about forests is that natural resources are present on the planet for use by humans to improve human well-being within single lifespans. Human understanding is part of a larger and greater understanding. The universe is unified, interconnected, and interrelated. Among indigenous communities, traditional knowledge is embedded and expressed in their languages, cultural values, rituals, folklore, land use practices, and community-level decision-making processes. Indigenous stories focus on the forest as the environment and home of human beings, which entails responsibilities and obligations between the thinking humans and the natural world, which must be sustained for generations to come. Epistemology. The North American education system uses Western science as a basis for teaching a singular, rational perspective of the world. Western knowledge is based on a conceptual separation of humans from the environmental world, thus focusing on the control of nature. TEK is a body of culturally transmitted knowledge and beliefs about the relationships of living beings, including humans, with one another and with their environment. General knowledge is most often passed down and made relevant through stories and legends within family settings. Knowledge about how the forest can benefit humans is embedded within cultural practices, such as storytelling, ceremonies, and rituals. Morality. If something is right, it benefits humans' ability to live comfortably. All other entities are secondary considerations. For something to be right, it should assist the balance and well-being of the community as a whole, including non-human entities. Humans are of equal worth to other entities, but their abilities entail caretaker responsibilities. Exchange. Things are given worth according to how they benefit the people involved. Science reduces the complexity of the forest ecosystem to the amount of wood that can be extracted and used as raw material. The singular purpose is to create and maintain the flow of wood fiber from forests. Exchanges are premised on the respectful circulation of goods amongst the community. Exchange is conducted to distribute necessities among the participating individuals. Giving is prioritized over accumulating. Politics. Power often resides within institutions who make the governing decisions, which often dictate how people live in their societies. These power structures are generally rigid and unchangeable for the duration of their existence. For example, elected officials in government. Wholeness of community is the natural order of existence. Wholeness is not an ideology, but the very essence of life. Nor is this purpose restricted to human communities. It applies to all created beings. Community functions through interdependency and reciprocity. Fluid power dynamics respond to the issue at hand. There is a general lack of Aboriginal representation, as demonstrated by the forestry and natural resource industry. Effort needs to be made to recognize the link between cultural diversity and biological diversity, as both are valuable. A synthesis of these methodologies will produce the best results when addressing issues.